Hello, my internet fans. We're here with another episode of Boy Rants, and as always, these rants are, and always will be, Boy approved. Now, today, I'm rocking a King shirt, which is a rarity, because I went to a Kings game on, that would be February 16th.
Last week, Thursday.
Thank you.
There you go.
The King Guru, Mr. Jeff Meacham, is off here to my left. He will assist me if I screw up on somebody's name. He's a bigger Kings fan. It's no secret. I root for the Ducks.
It wasn't just your first Kings game, Mikey.
It was my first professional NHL game. I had been to plenty of lower level AAA or whatever the minor league team is. I don't know the official term.
Lower level's the wrong term, Mikey.
They're just below the NHL, okay?
There you go.
Compared to independent wrestling, how about that? They're not WWE, they're independent, alright? I've been to plenty of Long Beach Ice Dogs who are now sadly dead. The team is dead. But, this was the big leagues. Got to go out to Staples Center, and we're going to talk about it. Went out, had a meal at ESPN Zone, which, if you're going to go to ESPN Zone, make sure you have plenty of time, because we didn't get our dinner until 6:15, and we didn't finish eating until 7 o'clock, and the game started at 7:30. And we had got there at 5:30.
So you didn't get the Richardson, you ordered 5:45.
Exactly. So make sure if you want to eat dinner in downtown LA at Staples Center, get there at 2 o'clock. Go Granny, go. So get up to the seats. The seats were up in the top, but I had a great view of the rink. They do a nice laser show, which was really cool as you warm up. And it was also Dodger night at Staples Center. So they had the Dodgers general manager Ned Colletti come out and do an honorary face-off, which was cool. You gotta get your national anthem out of the way. Bailey comes out. Bailey is a very funny lion. He is crazy, just like a mascot should be. He actually popped up in our section about midway through the first period. He's got a tom-tom drum. He works the crowd, boy. I tell you, he's a cool mascot. I think I like him. And about not even a few minutes into the first period, a fight breaks out at a hockey game. Go figure that one out. If you were following my post on my Boy Rants page, at 7:47 on that day, Dustin Brown, is that correct? Number 23? I'm surprised I knew that. He hits a really hard check on one of the Phoenix Coyotes, lays the guy out. I mean, if he didn't wiggle his feet, he would have been dead. And if you've ever been in an arena, you know how quiet it can get out of concern for, be it a wrestler or a basketball player or a hockey player. You know, you show your respect and you get quiet, and you focus on the player and you make sure he's all right, regardless of what team he's on. He could be your biggest rival. He could be your favorite player. You make sure he's okay. He gets up about 3 minutes later. He's still doubled over a little bit, and he goes to the back. A few seconds later, Mr. Dustin Brown decides to get into a nice little fight. And sadly, he lost because he hit the ground first. And for his troubles, he gets the 5-minute penalty, which really didn't matter because the other guy got a 5-minute penalty too. 5-minute penalty for fighting. Next thing you know, a few minutes later, Mr. Andrzej Kopitar, it is Andrzej?
Andrzej, it really depends what you talk.
Andrzej.
Andrzej's the best.
What is the background of his name?
It's Czechoslovakia, I think.
Okay. Number 11.
Not sure which side of the Czechoslovakia, whatever it is. It's one of those.
A play comes up where the goalie gets, I wouldn't even call it a check. I would just call it a friendly little shove.
Love tap.
Thank you. The net gets removed, the goalie gets up, and the goalie takes a shot at Kopitar. This almost starts a full-scale riot, because apparently Kopitar is one of the best players on the Kings. Agreed?
I'd say he's a superstar, yeah.
Yes. Everybody except Jonathan Quick, who was in his own goal, I mean, they're just a full-scale brawl. The referee is trying to hold back Jonathan Quick. The fans are telling Jonathan Quick to get involved. Jonathan Quick was just standing there. I could have taken a picture of him because he's just like, what do I do here? What do I do? Penalties abound. Kopitar gets a penalty too, which I didn't think he deserved. The goalie gets a penalty. We go on the power play. Nothing happens. The entire first period, there were like fights galore. Left and right. One right after the other. It's like, here we go again. Here we go again. Couldn't believe it. And at the end of the first period, there was no score. But the Kings did outshoot the Coyotes, which was good. At intermission, the Junior League California Condors, their special ed children, or special ed education, not necessarily children, but special education people, started playing a little game. Bailey was in goal, which was nice to see. And we started the second period. Not much is going on. The referees are actually stopping the fights, which is not fun. I say let them fight. I love to see a good fight. You know, they square off, and
when it's gotten out of hand after one period, the referee's got to step in and take charge. That's why that happened.
There you go. By the time the middle of the second period happens, Brad Richardson and Jack Johnson get called for penalties, which result in power plays, and Phoenix scores first, with about 4 minutes to go in the second period. Soon after that, Mike Richards got a call for unsportsmanlike conduct, which we didn't see him hit anybody, so, I mean, unless he's verbally swearing at a referee, is that considered unsportsmanlike conduct? I mean, you can't tell a referee that he effing sucks.
You can't tell anybody he effing sucks, pretty much.
Then what's the point?
People tell us we effing suck all the time on this channel.
You should get a 2-minute penalty.
Those should be misconducts by now.
Yeah,
throwing that out there.
5-minute game misconduct.
Especially for me.
Second period ends. Coyotes up 1-0. Third period, fights galore again. And the Kings were just shooting left and right, and the puck just would not go in. Towards the end of the game, one of the Phoenix Coyotes got called for cross-checking, which resulted in a 2-minute penalty. We pulled Jonathan Quick. It was a 6-on-4 advantage. And with about 10 seconds left, Dustin Brown gets called for interference. Another not necessarily a power play, but that technically evens things out, and the Kings lose 1-0. Which kind of I wanted to check the standings. And of course the Ducks are a few points back, so I wanted the Kings to win, so Phoenix wouldn't get any points. So when the Ducks played New Jersey the next day and either won or scored a point, they would get closer and closer into the playoffs, but that didn't happen. So for my first NHL LA Staples Center experience, I would say it's definitely Staff Boy approved. And then the next day was an autograph signing at our local, Staples. Traffic Circle, PCH, pretty cool. Brad Richardson and Jarrett Stoll, or Stroll? Stoll. Okay, that was my first big mess up.
I know.
Okay. At least I'm allowed maybe one.
That's right.
Maybe.
And Stoll is actually on injured reserve as of
when we met him, yeah.
And of course Bailey showed up. In fact, he showed up and we heard this car honking. At first it was just the Casa de 18 group from like 10 until 1. It started at 2 o'clock. At 1 o'clock everybody decided to show up.
So LA time.
West Coast time. Bailey shows up in what kind of car does he have?
A Bailey Mobile.
Do we know what kind of car it really, like it's a van or a truck or
It is the Bailey Mobile.
It is the Bailey Mobile. That's all we know.
There's no make or model, huh?
It's just like the Batmobile. Doesn't matter what the year, make, or model is. It's just the Batmobile.
It is.
Cool.
And it's owned by Jeff Dunn.
Jeff Alpha.
Yes. And we look at cool. We look across the parking lot, and there's Bailey. He's just standing there, just like, "Hi, I'm here."
Yeah.
And I think it was you, Jeff, that actually either Jeff or I noticed. I don't remember. It's like, "Hey guys, look, there's Bailey. There's Bailey. He's over there." And he starts, walking along, giving high fives to people in cars. He points over to the Burger King and says he's hungry.
Well, kind of says.
He's a carnivore, so,
Yeah.
A good old burger will never hurt anybody.
That's right.
He comes up, and Dylan comes over and gives Bailey a big hug, and Bailey picks him up, gives him a big hug, goes inside. The ice crew had already showed up. Which two was it?
At the time, it was Alexis and Brooke.
Alexis and Brooke, very beautiful.
Now, before you go on with the
Yes,
other
we
two,
are.
because the name of the guy is going to escape me, I'm going to feel like a douche. So, stall for a second while I get the other guy's name, because I remember the girl's name. The guy's name escapes me, and I feel like an asshole for not remembering it. So, just go ahead and stall. Stretch it out. Stretch it out.
Oh, okay.
Stretch it out.
And we get let inside.
Alright.
They show up pretty much on time, I think, maybe a few minutes after 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
They were.
They got there like 5 till.
yeah.
Oh, they were even better. Better than wrestler time, because wrestlers can show up half an hour and still say, "You know what? I'm traffic."
It was Chris.
Chris
And Cassie showed up later.
Chris and Cassie.
But not before. Everybody showed up before the event started. They were all on time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we go inside. They lead us around in a big lap of the store. We're the first ones in line. Hi, Dylan went first, I think. Got put on Stoll's lap. Pictures galore. I walked. The dads walked up, took their pictures. Jeff forgot to take his picture,
I was so worried about the rest of y'all, seriously.
so he had to get back in line and go all the way around. I walked up to Brad and I said, did you really have to get a 2-minute penalty for hooking last night? He goes,
Did you seriously say
I
that?
said that. That was the only thing he did in the game. That was the only thing he did. A 2-minute penalty for hooking.
I'm going to bring you places, stat boy.
And
He needed to know the stats from the horse's mouth.
Damn it.
And with Stoll being on injured reserve, he didn't
Give me the
do
buck.
Just
Woo!
exactly. He didn't do anything. So I said, they signed the pictures. We took our group shot. I said thank you and walked off. We hung out afterwards to get Jeff's official picture. Renegade took another picture because his was too far away. And there you go. A good experience for me and the Kings. As of now, they're still in the playoffs. We don't know what's going to happen in the next 2-3 weeks. If the Ducks don't get in, I'd like to see the Kings get in, so we have an LA team, But like I said, going out to Staples Center, Los Angeles, between the hours of 6 and 10 o'clock, be prepared, folks. People jaywalk. Oh, we jaywalk too. That's not safe. You're not supposed to do that.
Where'd you jaywalk?
Right in front of the Staples Center?
Which part?
The side where the Gretzky and Magic statues
You
are.
jaywalked to the ESPN zone?
Yeah.
That part of the street is closed off after the game anyway. So
Chickern
Court is closed to street traffic.
Okay. Then I guess it's okay.
So you were okay.
I guess it's okay.
I don't advocate jaywalking, let me make that clear, but you were safe.
There you go. Next month, we're going to do it all again, but we're going to be in Anaheim. We're going to see how crazy the Anaheim fans are. But there's not much around Honda Center where you can... There's a Hooters on the other side of the freeway, and then there's a Denny's by Angel Stadium, so that's probably where everyone's going to flock. So there you go. Stat Boy has survived Los Angeles. And my first NHL game.
There you go.
There you go. So, thank you to... Jay, this is your shirt, yes?
It's mine.
Oh, it's your shirt? Okay. Well, thank you to Mr. Jeff Meacham for letting me borrow his King shirt. This is actually, I'll show you the back here. This is Bailey number 72 shirt. There you go. He's a cool lion. There's actually a cool promo. I love this promo. There was a promo that involved Bailey, Wild Wing, the San Jose Shark, and
Sharky.
Oh, yes.
and basically they were at a buffet, and they're all lined up with their plates, and Bailey's sitting at a plate, and here comes Sharky, and he's eating a bowl of soup, and he points to the sign, and they're serving shark fin soup, and so Sharky runs away, and then he's sitting with a sandwich or something, and here comes Wild Wing, who looks nothing like Donald Duck. I mean, that's where they based Wild Wing off of, and he's got a leg in his hand, and
Goddamn bat phone.
he bites on it, and he points and he says, "Now serving roast duck."
Oh.
And Wild Wing runs off. So that was a very funny moment. There were some giveaways. They do a hat trick challenge where you answer a question about the Kings, a question about the team they're playing, and an NHL game. Guy bombed. They did a frozen t-shirt contest where they literally take a t-shirt, dunk it in water, freeze it, and you got to thaw it out and put it on. That was kind of funny. Dance contests, you know, promos left and right, and basically it. So check out your hockey teams and watch the playoffs. As far as this episode, we're done. Keep watching our channel. Send me those comments. Statboy out.